and welcome to the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. My name is Zane Bacher, and I am the Artistic Director of the Tamaqua Area Community Theater, which is the official theater of the Arts Center. And we are proud to host Carbon Schuylkill Community Theater's last show, which will be The Sound of Music. We'd like to thank you for coming. We'd just like to go over a few ground rules before we get started. Number one, we ask that you turn off all cell phones, pagers, and other electronic devices. We ask that you turn them off or airplane mode if you have a phone that is capable of that. Silence will not work. It will still mess with the sound system, so we do ask that it is off or on airplane mode. There's no photography or videography of any kind. It's strictly prohibited, except for the guy right there. If you need to use the bathroom during the show, it's out the back door and down this set of steps underneath that set. When you came in, it was to your right, so it's under there. We ask that if you do need to use the bathroom during the first act, before our 15-minute intermission, that you do exit during applause, and then again, wait to come back to your seat until there is again applause. That way you do not interrupt the action on the stage. We also ask that you can keep as close as possible to your seats. We do have actors that use the aisles, as well as the pit area, so we just ask that you keep your feet, arms, everything in, so that you don't hurt our actors, and they don't hurt you. Some upcoming shows that we have right here on this stage. August 21st, 22nd, 23rd is The Groom Has Cold Feet, which is being produced by Eric Cassell and Stephanie Mount. That will be here on this stage, again, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The 29th and 30th on the stage, Tamaqua Community Theater will be hosting our next show, and that will be The Woodsman and the Fairy, which is a one-act show, and it will be paired with a one-act version of Midsummer Night's Dream. And that show will also be performed the week before on the 23rd at Stonehenge Gardens for their Fairy Fanfare Festival, which is like a day-long event where they have stuff with fairies and other mythical beings and such. It's going to be a pretty cool event, so we ask you to, if you're interested in that kind of thing, or if you'd like to come out and support Tamaqua Community Theater, that you do that and support Stonehenge Gardens, who is wonderful in helping us out by bringing us into acting their place. I do believe that is my only announcements. So I'd like to thank you again for coming, and ask that you sit back, relax, and enjoy Carbon Schuylkill Community Theater's production of The Sound of Music.
I think we should be pleased with our efforts. Out of 28 postulants, 16 or 17 are ready to enter the novitiate. Let's consider the doubtful ones again. There's Ermengarde.
Reverend Mother, there's no doubt about Ermengarde. The religious life is no place for the pious.
The pretentiously pious, you mean, Sister Berta. There's Christina and Maria.
After last night, I don't think there can be any questions in the Reverend Mother's mind about Maria.
I gave her permission to leave the Abbey for the day.
I told you, Sister Berta.
Ave!
Reverend Mother, I've brought Maria. She's waiting.
Sister Sophia, the mistress of the postulants and the mistress of the novices don't see eye to eye about Maria. How do you feel about her?
I love her very dearly, but she's always in trouble, isn't she?
Exactly what I say. She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee. Her dress has got a tear.
She waltzes on her way to mass and whistles on the stair.
And underneath her, she has colors in her hair.
I've even heard her singing in the abbey.
She's always late for chapel.
Her penitence is real.
She's always late for everything except for every meal. I hate to have to say it, but I very fondly feel
Maria's not an asset to the abbey. I'd like to say a word on her behalf.
Then say it, Sister Margaretta.
Maria makes me laugh. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a crowd of people? How do you find a word that means Maria? I think you do it all wrong as a clown. Maybe I think you would like to tell. Maybe I think she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? Won't you keep a wheel upon the sand? How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold me in your hands? When I'm with her, I'm confused, out of focus and bemused, and I never know exactly where I am.
unpredictable as weather. She's as flighty as a feather.
She's a darling,
She's a demon.
she's a lamb. She'll outcast her any pass, drive a hornet from his nest.
She could throw a whirling dervish out of world.
She is gentle, she is wild, she's unbridled, she's a child. She's a headache, she's an angel. She's unreal. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you touch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a
Maria instead of about her. I'm grateful to you all. Ave! Come here, my child. I want to talk to you.
Yes, Reverend Mother, about last night. I was on my knees most of the night because I was late, and after you'd been so kind to giving me permission to leave.
It wasn't about your being late, Maria.
I must have awoken tapping Abby before Sister Margareta heard me open the gate.
Maria, not many of us were sleeping. We were all concerned about you being out there on the mountain by yourself at night.
Oh, Reverend Mother, I couldn't be lost on that mountain. That's my mountain. I grew up on it. It was that mountain that brought me to you.
Oh?
When I was a little girl, I used to come down the mountain, climb a tree, and look over into your garden. I watched the sisters at work, and I'd hear them sing all the way to Vespers. And there were many nights when I went back up that mountain in the garden, singing all the way. Oh, that brings up another transgression. I was singing yesterday, and I was singing without your permission.
Maria, it's only here in the Abbey that there's a rule about singing.
That's the hardest rule of all for me.
And the day you were singing in the garden at the top of your voice?
But Mother, it's that kind of song.
I came to the window, and when you saw me, you stopped.
Yes, that's been on my mind ever since it happened.
It's been on my mind, too. I wish you hadn't stopped. I used to sing that when I was a child, and I can't quite remember. Please.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and more woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and sheets of wet noodle, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
Ponies and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and songs on with wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and my eyelids, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. The dawn lights, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
when the dog bites,
When the bee stings,
when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Oh, Mother, we were both singing at the top of our voices.
You're right. It is that kind of a song.
It always makes me feel better. Reverend Mother, where did you learn that song?
I was brought up on the mountain too. Maria, in spite of what you saw over the Abbey wall, you weren't really prepared for the way we live, were you?
No, Mother, but I pray and I try.
Maria, tell me, what's the most important lesson you've learned?
To find out what the will of God is and to do it.
Even when it's difficult?
Even then.
Maria, the dress you were wearing when you came to us, is that still in the robing room?
Why, no, Mother. I'm sure that dress has been given to the poor. Sister Margareta says that when we enter the Abbey, our worldly clothes are... Reverend Mother, why do you ask?
Maria, it seems to be the will of God that you leave us.
Leave? Leave here? No, Mother, please, no.
For a while only, Maria.
But this is my home. This is my life. Please don't send me away.
But are you ready for it? Perhaps if you go out into the world for a while, you will come back to us knowing what we expect and knowing that we do expect
Oh,
it.
no, I know what you expect and I'll do it, I promise.
Maria?
If it is God's will, where am I to go?
There's a family of 7 children. You're good with children. You like children. They need a governess until September.
Until September?
Captain Von Trapp expects you this afternoon. He's a fine man and a brave one. He's been given the Maria Theresa Medal for heroism by the Emperor for bravery in the Adriatic.
Well, a captain in the Navy? Mother had me very strict.
You're not being sent to his battleship. God bless you, Maria.
Reverend Mother, have I your permission to sing?
Yes, my child.
These are a few of my favorite things. I have been given permission to sing. Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Rose and white dresses with satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that mount into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
Yes, sir.
I was looking for the housekeeper. Do you know where she is?
Yes, sir. Sometimes she doesn't hear, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I was answering the telephone. Good day. It's good to have you home again.
Why did the last governess leave?
I don't know, sir. She didn't say.
Was Louisa playing tricks on her again, putting toads in the bed?
She didn't say that, sir.
Well, there's a new one coming today, and this one can't walk out.
Oh,
She's coming with orders from the Nonnberg Abbey to stay until September.
okay. Will you be home long?
I'll be leaving tomorrow. Oh, that telephone call. Was that for me?
No, the telephone call was for Ursula, but before you arrived, there was a call from Vienna. A Frau Schrader. I have the number in the pantry.
I know the number, thank you. And I will be back in about a month with some guests.
How many, sir?
2. Herr Detweiler and Frau Schrader.
Herr Detweiler.
Who was in the telephone? It was the post office. They said they have a telegram for you. It will be delivered at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Well, that gives me about 5 hours to be nervous.
Would that scatterbrain boy delivering telegrams?
Well, you know, that's one thing that people are saying. If the Germans take over Austria, at least we'd have efficiency.
Don't let the captain hear you say that. He didn't whistle for us when his wife was alive.
He's just being the captain of the ship again.
I can't stand being whistled for. It's humiliating.
Well, you know, in the Imperial Navy, the bosun's always whistling for his men.
Well, I wasn't in the Imperial Navy.
Too bad, you'd have made a fortune. You can wait right here.
I am Captain Von Trapp. You are Fräulein...
Maria Rayner.
Oh, Fräulein. Let's talk about your duties. Could you step over there? Yes, you will put on another dress before you meet the children.
I haven't any other dress. When we enter the abbey, our worldly clothes are given to the poor.
What about this one?
Poor didn't want this one.
Is this what you would call a worldly dress?
It belonged to our last postulant. I would have made myself a dress, but I wasn't given time. I can make my own clothes.
Well, I will see that you're given material, today if possible. Now, about your duties here. The children will spend the mornings studying and the afternoons marching. Our first rule in this family is discipline.
Yes, sir!
This is your new Fräulein, Fräulein Maria. When I sound your signal, you will step forward and state your name. You, Fräulein, will pay attention.
Liesel.
Friedrich. Lisa.
Yes, sir.
This is Ursula, our maid, Fräulein Maria.
Yes, sir.
Our executive officer. This is Fräulein Maria. Would you please see that her room is ready?
Yes, sir.
I now leave you with the children.
Pardon me, sir, I don't know how to address you.
You may call me Captain.
Thank you, Captain. I forgot to return this whistle, Captain. I won't be needing it, Captain. Well, now that there's just us, could you please tell me your names again and how old you are? Now you're...
I'm Liesel. I'm 16 years old, and I do not need a governess.
I'm glad you told me. We'll just be good friends.
I'm Friedrich. I'm 14. I'm a boy.
Boy, why, you're almost a man.
I'm Rita.
You didn't tell me how old you are. Louisa.
I'm Nikita. She's Lisa. She's 13 years old, and you're smart, and I'm not. And I think you're just the ugliest one I ever saw.
Rita, mustn't say a thing like that.
Why not? Don't you think it's ugly?
If I were to think so, I wouldn't have said so. I'm Kurt. I'm 11, almost.
That's a nice age to be. 11 almost.
I'm Martin. I'm turning 7 on Tuesday, and I would like a blue boat.
Blue is my favorite color, too. And you're Gretel. I'm going to tell you all something. I've never been a governess before. How do I start?
You mean you don't know anything about being a governess?
No?
Well, the first thing you have to do is tell father to mind his own business.
Lisa, don't. I like her.
What's on here?
My guitar.
What did you bring this for?
For when we all sing together.
You don't sing.
Of course you sing. Everybody sings. What songs do you know?
We don't know any songs.
You don't?
No.
Well, now I know where to start. I'm going to teach you how to sing. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. The first three notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Come, I'll make it easier. Listen. Do, a deer, female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, needle pulling thread. Love, don't you follow so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to Do, oh, oh, oh. A deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Love, a note to follow so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Love, a note to follow so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to Do. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. So, Do.
Is that what you call song? Do, re, mi, fa, so, and so on?
No, Brigitte, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, and so on are only the tools we use to build a song. Once we have these notes in our heads, we can sing a million different tunes.
How?
By mixing them up, like this. So, Do, La, Fa, Mi, Do, Re. Now you try it.
So, do, ra, fa,
Well, sometimes we do that. Now, all together, and... Joe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name, I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, needle pulling thread, note to follow snow, to follow stream. I dream a diamond thread, will bring us back to Joe. That will bring us back to Joe Chila so far. Joe!
I am proud. How are you?
Good night, Wolf.
Liesel, you don't have to say goodnight this early just because your father is home.
How did you know my father was home?
Oh, I have a way of knowing things.
Oh, you're wonderful.
No, I'm not really.
Oh, yes, you are. For example, how did you know 2 nights ago that you would be here at this time tonight for the telegram for Franz?
Every year on this date, Ursula gets a telegram from her brother.
Well, you see, you are wonderful.
Can I come again tomorrow night?
You can't be sure you're going to have a telegram to deliver here tomorrow night.
Well, I could come here by mistake with a telegram for Colonel Schneider. He's in from Berlin. He's actually staying with the goat here, but no one is supposed to know about that. Please, please don't tell your father.
Well, why not?
Well, your father is pretty Austrian.
We're all Austrian.
Some people think we ought to be German. They're getting pretty mad at the people who don't think so. They're getting ready to... Well, let's just hope your father doesn't get himself into any trouble.
Don't worry about father. He was decorated for bravery.
I know, I don't worry about him. The only one I worry about is his daughter.
Me. Why?
How old are you, Liesel?
16? What's wrong with that?
You wait, little girl, on an empty stage for fate to turn the lights on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on. You are 16, going on 17, baby, it's time to think. Better be wary, canny and careful, baby, you're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17, fellows will fall in line. Eager young lads and boys and cats will offer you food and wine. So totally unprepared are you to face a world of men. Timid, shy, and scared are you of things beyond your ken. You need someone older and wiser telling you what to do. I am 17, going on 18. Now I'll take care of you.
Dear God, I now know that you have sent me here on a mission. I must help these children to prepare for their new mother, and prepare them to win her love so she will never want them to leave her. And I pray that this will become a happy family in my sight. God bless the captain. God bless Liesel and Friedrich and Louisa, Brigitte, Martin and little Gretel, and I forgot the other boy. What's his name? Well, God bless what's his name. God bless Reverend Mother and Sister Margareta and everybody at Nonberg Abbey. And now, dear God, about Liesel. Help her to know that I am her friend, and help her to tell me what she's been up to.
Are you going to tell us?
Help me to be understanding so that I may guide her footsteps. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost, amen.
I was out taking a walk, and someone closed the doors earlier than usual. When I saw your window was open, please don't tell my father.
Did you climb that trellis to get up here?
Yes. The children always climb that trellis when I shoot Senator governess. Louise can do it with a toad in her hand.
Liesel, were you out walking all by yourself? You know, if we wash this dress out tonight, then nobody would notice it tomorrow. And then this would just be between you and me. And you could put this on. Go put this dress in the tub to soak.
Uh-oh.
And then come back here and sit on the edge of my bed and we'll have a talk.
You know, I said I didn't eat on this.
Oh, Gretel! Oh, are you frightened of the thunder? Come here and sit with me. All we have to do is wait for the others. maybe if we all sing loud enough, we won't be able to hear it. High on the hill was a lonely bird, lay-o-lay-o-lay-o. That was the voice of a lonely bird, lay-o-lay-o. Folks in a town that was quite remote, lay-o-lay-o-lay-o. Misty and clear from the gold bird's throat, lay-o-lay-o.
It's like a restless sea.
And that sweet little village.
That's not a village, that's a town.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt its feelings.
It's fun to be with you. You're quite an experience.
And you're quite an experience for me, too. Every now and then, I see a fascinating man. And it's exciting.
Exciting? I've never been called exciting before.
Gaylord, I like it here very much.
Max can't still be on the telephone. I know he had to make some plans for the Councilman Festival and he needs the singers, but... You like it here?
Well, we would have to spend some time in Vienna. I have Heinz Estate to look after.
I thought that's a corporation now.
It is, and I'm the president.
You, president of a corporation.
Well, I managed Heinz Estate for years before he died.
I just don't see you sitting behind a desk.
Well, of course, I wear business suit and smoke a big cigar.
Evident Butler will have his coffee now.
While he's telephoning?
He just finished.
Oh, I'm sorry I took so long.
Any luck?
How would you like this for the Salzburg Festival? It's the finest choral group in Austria, the greatest mixed quartet in Europe, and the best theater company in the world.
That's something I would love to see in here.
So would I. All I've got up to now is a high tenor struggling to hit his low G.
Max, you always come up with a good festival concert?
And why? Because my motto is never start out looking for the people you wind up getting. That's why I've been telephoning Paris, Rome, Stockholm, London.
On Georg's telephone.
How else could I afford it? Why am I up here?
I thought it was because you like me.
Oh, of course I like you. Why wouldn't I like you? You live like a king. You have an excellent wine cellar.
Max.
I like rich people. I like the way they live. I like the way I live and invest them. Speaking as a government official, Oh, that's who I forgot to call. Do you have a cathedral around here?
Oh, yes, that would be the Nürnberg Abbey.
Do they have a choir? Beautiful one. Good. In the next few days, I can visit all these little towns around here, listen to Sagerbrunns, choirs, quartets.
But of course you'll be back for meals.
Of course. It was in a town about that size, Botsman, where I discovered the St. Ignatius Boys Choir. In 1930s, they funded the festival, became very famous, and toured all over the world.
Whatever became of them?
By the time their voices changed, they were rich enough to live in America. Now who listens at the dilapidated castle down there, Rumpelstiltskin?
Oh no, that's the Evans family, the wealthiest family in the valley.
I'd like to meet them. I'd like to meet all your friends.
Well, these days, it's hard to tell who are friends and who are enemies.
Now's not to make enemies. Let's make some friends. Gaylord, why don't you throw a dinner for me while I'm here? Nothing too big, just something lavish.
I should have heard from the children by now.
You're not worried about them, are you?
Oh, they should have been here to greet you.
Well, it couldn't have been an intentional slight, because they haven't met me yet.
Excuse me, I'm going to check on them.
Elsa, have you made up Georg's mind yet? Is he going to marry you?
Well, of course. There seems to be something standing in his way. He hasn't made his mind up yet.
You don't know what it is?
No.
Well, I do.
What?
It's simple, really. It's money.
Money?
Yes. He's rich. And you're rich! In all the famous love affairs, the lovers have to struggle. In care rooms, there's the lovers starve and snuggle. The famous for misfortune, because they seem to have no fear of. While lovers who are very rich, you very seldom hear of.
There's no sign of them anywhere.
No little shack do you share with me? We do not flee from a mortality. Nary a care in the world have we.
How can love survive?
You are fond of bonds and you own a lot. I have a plane and a diesel yacht.
Plenty of nothings you haven't got. How can love survive?
No rights for us on the top of a bus in the face of the freezing breezes.
You eat your rolls in your comfy or rolls or in one of your Mercedes.
On every floor of the Beamery, quaint and bizarre as the Teamery. 2 millionaires with a dream of me. We're keeping romance alive. 2 millionaires with a dream of me. We'll make our love survive.
What do you want?
Oh, Captain, I didn't know. I didn't realize you mean pilot.
Who are you?
I have a telegram for Death Violet.
I am Air Deathweiler. Thank you, Doctor.
You have delivered your telegram. Now get out!
Gaylord, he's just a boy.
I'm an Austrian. I will not be hired.
Gaylord, about who gets things the way I do. What's going to happen is going to happen. Just be sure it doesn't happen to you.
Max, it's a good thing you haven't any character. If you did, I would be sure to hate you.
You couldn't hate me. I'm too lovable.
Air Deathweiler, there's a telephone call for you. It's from...
I'll take that.
I know they can
Straight line! Get inside, get cleaned up, put on your uniforms, and get back out of here. March! Freud, what are these abominations?
Plain clothes, made out of the curtains that used to hang in my bedroom. There was plenty of wear left in them.
Do you mean to tell me that my children have been marching all over the neighborhood wearing old curtains?
Oh yes, they've become very popular. Everyone smiles at them.
I don't wonder.
They say there go Captain Von Trapp's children.
My children have always been a credit to my name.
But Captain, they weren't. They were just unhappy with the marching machine.
Don't tell me about my children.
Well, you must hear from someone. You're not home long enough to know them.
I told you not to
I
speak
know,
about
you've got to. Take Weasel. Weasel isn't a child anymore, and if you keep treating her as one, Captain, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Friedrich is afraid of me himself. He's shy. He's aloof. Friedrich,
I will not hear about my
Friedrich
son.
will tell you about him if you got to know her, because she notices things, and she always tells the truth, especially when you don't want to hear it. Kurt is sensitive. He's easily hurt, and he brushed aside the way to all of them. I haven't finished yet. Louisa wants to have a good time. You just got to let her have a good time. And Martin, I don't know about yet, but someone has to find out about him. And little Gretel just wants to be loved. Love Gretel, Captain. Love all of them. They need you.
Stop. You will pack your things and leave at once.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. Not in the way I said them.
What is that sound?
Singing.
Who's singing? My children singing?
I wanted them to sing for Frau Schrader when they met her. Georg, you must hear.
You're right. I I don't know my children.
They want to know you. They want so much to.
Then you'll stay on.
If I could be of any help.
You've been a great help already. From music back to Natalie.
are not German, we are Austrian.
Well, there's going to be an Auschwitz, and I warn you and everyone like you. And that's for our...
Oh, Baroness Elberfeld, how are you? Great to have you here again.
Frau Schrader's charming, Georg.
I hope she's not ill.
Oh, just a touch of a headache. I'm on my way to take care of her now.
Father, I don't think these people are having a very good time.
Half of the people I invited are not speaking to the other half.
Maybe they're having a good time not speaking to each other.
Kurt, no, I haven't danced with Leander since I was a little girl.
Oh, you remember it? Show me.
Oh no, Kurt, I really don't know him, and it's been so long.
You should go left hand behind your back.
Yes, that's right, left hand. But first, the boy that wrote meet. Kurt, see their best. And they go for a little stroll. Ready? And then I turn.
Oh, Kurt, here, let me show you.
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, well, Kurt, that's how it's done.
Well, hello there.
Good evening, Frau Schrader. Mr. Dancing.
Frau Schrader, are you feeling better?
Yes, I am, Mark. Hurt? Thank you.
Hello, Uncle Max. We're having a party.
Well, tell your father to share the big success. I managed.
Max.
Elsa, without a doubt, there is the most beautiful corporation president in the entire world.
Why, thank you, Max.
Max, it's great to see you here again, just in time for the food.
You couldn't expect to get a gallop beside me, did you?
Oh, but that gives us an odd man out.
A little odd, but charming.
Liesel, could you go tell Frau Schmidt to set 2 extra places at the table? And let Maria know I'd like to speak to her.
2 places.
Well, sure.
Maria.
Well, sure, why not?
You can't be serious.
Well, why not?
She's a nursemaid!
I don't see her that way.
No, I don't think of her that way myself. We're friends. You can have some to dine with her.
Why not?
Elsa, tell them why not.
Max, can you be ready in a hurry?
Yes, Max, run along.
Frau Schrader, they've been talking about you over there.
Come on, Georg. I've been dodging those people for an hour. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello.
Brigitte, have you seen your father?
Elsa, did you? Oh, hello, Fraulein Bertie.
Herr Judge Byler, it's nice to see you again.
Yes, you're going to.
I know, Oma. Frau Schrader didn't have a headache. She just wanted to get out of the party. She was faking.
Brigitte, you shouldn't say things you don't know are true.
Well, I do know. I heard her say to Father she's been dodging these people.
Well, that doesn't mean she didn't have a headache. It's very important that you children like Frau Schrader.
I like her all right. Why is it important?
Well, I think she's going to be your new mother.
Well, Father is never going to marry her. Why he couldn't?
Why couldn't he?
Because he's in love with you.
Brigitte, that's just the kind of thing
You
that's...
must know that.
Brigitte, no!
Remember the other night when we were all sitting on the floor singing the lullaby song he taught us? After we finished, we laughed at him for getting words. He didn't forget the words. He just stopped singing and looked at you. And the way he speaks to you, the way his
No,
voice sounds.
Brigitte, no.
And the way you're looking at him just now when you're dancing. You're in love with him.
All right, children, one more dance, then it's off to bed. Maria, I'm needing you to dress for dinner. You'll be dining with us this evening.
Oh, no.
It's already settled. Please.
show.
Children, now.
There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery, an absurd little bird is popping up to say cuckoo, cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodnight. I hate to go and leave this pretty sign. So long, farewell, I'll be to say adieu. Adieu, adieu, to you and you and you. So long, farewell, I'll be to say
I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Yes?
No.
so long, farewell, I'll be to say goodbye. I leave and leave, but sigh and say goodbye.
Elsa. Extraordinary.
Fräulein Maria Toppen, how to do it?
I've been looking all over Austria for something like this for the festival, and I find it here.
No, Max Georg didn't want them to sing along before the guests.
But imagine a same group of 7 children in one family.
Max, no, I had to persuade them to sing.
Oh, so you have influence. You must talk to me.
Max, no.
Elsa, this is important to Austria, and it wouldn't do me any harm.
Sophia, please take our new postulant to the rolling room. Bless you, my daughter.
Maria has asked to see you, Mother.
I waited until she wanted to come to me.
I don't know. She seems to be happy here, but yet she's so unhappy.
Do you know why they sent her back?
She hasn't spoken except for in prayer.
I shall see her.
Maria!
Bless you, my daughter. This must have been a trying time for you.
It was, Reverend Mother.
Have you learned anything?
I've learned that I never want to leave these walls again.
Why did they send you back to us?
They didn't send me back. I left. I left without telling them I was going, without saying goodbye.
Maria, what happened? Why did you do this?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
I was confused. I never felt that way before. And I knew that here I would be away from it, that I would be safe.
Maria, our abbey is not to be used as a place to escape. You have to face your problems. What is it that you can't face?
I can't face him again.
Thank you, Sister Margareta. Maria, are you in love with Captain Von Trapp?
I don't know.
Tell me about it, my child.
Well, Brigitte said I was, and she said that he was in love with me. And then we were dancing and we were looking at each other, and I knew that I couldn't stay.
But you do like him, Maria.
Oh, yes.
Did you let him see how you feel?
Well, if I had, I didn't know that I had. And that's what's been torturing me. I was there on God's errand. To have asked for the captain's love would have been wrong. But I do know this, Reverend Mother. I am ready at this very moment to take the vows of poverty, obedience, and chastity.
Maria, have a seat. The love of a man and a woman is holy too. The first time we talked together, remember you told me about remembering your parents before they died? Were they happy?
Oh, yes, Mother, they were very happy.
Maria, you were born of their happiness, of their love. You have a great capacity to love. You need to find out how God wants you to spend that love.
Oh, but don't ask me to go back, Reverend Mother. I couldn't, I can't.
My daughter, if you love this man, it doesn't mean that you love God less. You must find out. You must go back.
No, I've devoted my life to God's service. I devoted my life to God.
The walls here were not made to shut out problems. You have to face them. You have to find the love you were born to live.
How do I find it?
Look for it. Every mountain, every street.
now take a brief 15 intermission. At this time, feel free to use the restrooms and enjoy our concession stand out front of the door where a suggested donation box is being placed. Thank you.
You're not going to have any more problems.
Oh, good. I don't think that's good.
You're going to have a new mother.
Frau Schrader?
It's all settled. I'm very happy. We worked out the details last night. Now, I believe it is time for your afternoon walk.
She used to sing that song, remember? Yeah. All right, let's try it. Drops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper baggage.
Yes, Brennan, I'm Armin.
Many telegrams lately?
No, but now I'll be glad to be going to boarding school.
Oh, Liesl, you can't use boarding school to escape your problems. You have to face them. Oh, I have so much to tell you.
We have so much to tell you too.
Well, you must have a great deal to tell
I
me.
guess the most important thing is Father's going to be married.
To Frau Schrader.
Are you sure?
Yes, he just told us himself.
Found him.
Oh, Father. Girls, boys, we'll be in the nursery.
You've come back.
Yes, Captain.
You left without even saying goodbye.
It was very wrong. Forgive me.
Then you're here to stay.
Only until arrangements can be made for another governess.
But the children, everybody has missed you.
But
Well, we'll talk about it later. Go up to the children. Maria, a new dress.
we have a new costume.
I'll take your bread for Elsa. I'll take your bread for
Georg, settle this for Max and me. How far down does your property line go?
Can you make out that stone wall down there? That's the property line.
You see?
I didn't argue about it.
I know, and that makes me furious. I don't like to win without a fight.
And Detweiler, while you were gone, we had a call from Berlin.
Who could be calling me from Berlin?
They said that you would know who it was.
Oh, thank you, Frau Schmidt. Georg, what were we just talking about just now?
Max, this is not your first call from Berlin.
Georg, you know I have no political convictions. Can I help if other people have?
Oh, let's not stir that up again. Max knows. Germany has promised not to invade Austria.
Then why does he keep getting phone calls from Berlin?
Because if they don't keep their promise, I might have some friends amongst them.
Naturally.
Oh, you agree too.
Oh, Georg, this is the way I look at it. There once was a man who was dying. They were giving him his last rites, and they asked, "Do you now renounce the devil and all his books?" And the man said, "I just know it. I prefer not to make any enemies."
Georg, if they should invade us, we can try them.
Yes.
Do you realize what might happen to you? To your property?
To your children.
To everyone close to you? To Elsa? To me?
Well, what will you do if they come?
What anyone with any sense would do. Sit tight and wait for it all to blow over.
And you think it will?
One thing's for sure, nothing you can do can make any difference.
Darling, take the world off your shoulders. Relax. You dear, attractive, dewy-eyed idealist. Today you need to learn to be a realist.
You may be bent on doing deeds of daring do, but up against a shark, what could a herring do?
Be wise, compromise.
Compromise and be wise.
Let the picture on your side become the control.
I will bow my head towards the moon in the skies.
You have to bow your head, just stoop a little.
You have to learn to put your faith and your reliance on an obvious
creature,
That fascinating creature.
that super special feature, me. So every star and every running planet, and every constellation in the sky revolves around the center of the universe, a lovely thing called I. And there's no way stop it, no, there's no way stop it, and I know, so I cannot tell you why. Not as long as I'm living, just as long as I'm living, tell me nothing else is wonderful as I. Nothing else is wonderful than
I, me, we. On one thing we agree. Each one is important to himself. But you can't save yourself by giving up. And you don't outwit a lion.
Weiler, your call from Berlin.
Putting your head in his mouth.
I'll call them back.
Max, take the call now.
Go.
Gail has done talk.
Go.
Of course.
Gail, you can't see things my way.
No, not if you're going to see things their way.
Well, there's one thing you do better here than we do in Vienna. Your sunsets. I'm going to miss them.
Captain,
Fraulein Maria! Georg, you didn't tell me she was back.
Captain, the children would like to know if we could take a holiday from their lessons tomorrow, so we could go on a picnic.
I don't mind.
That'll make them very happy. And maybe it might wish you happiness too, Frau Schrader, Captain. Children told me that you were to be married. I'm afraid the children were wrong. Georg, I better finish my packing if we're going to get back to Vienna.
Would you like me to have Frau Schmidt get the car ready?
I can do it. Goodbye, Georg. Fraulein Maria.
Sorry if I said something I shouldn't have said.
You did say the wrong thing. But you said it at the right time.
The children told me that you were going to marry Frau Schrader.
That door is shut.
Well, Sister Margareta always says that when God shuts the door.
I know. He opens a window. Maria, when you were young, a little boy ever kiss you?
Uh-huh.
Well, when you're older, it's different.
Is it? Is different.
From now on, things are going to be different for you, Maria. We'll take you anywhere, give you anything.
I don't want to go anywhere, Georg. All I could wish for is right here.
Children
Berta.
Sister Margareta!
They haven't had time to put the lining in it.
Sister Berta, the mirror.
Why, Mother, I look...
Don't be vain, my daughter, let me say it. You look absolutely beautiful.
know.
agree.
Everybody's across 16. Is Father going to be in trouble?
He doesn't have to be. The thing to do today is try to get along with everybody.
Is Father going to be all right with this?
Oh, he'll be pleased and proud.
Liesl, do you think so?
Brigitte, don't you trust me?
No.
Well, the bus is at 11.
Liesl, see what I have here. How's Father's legging?
They're back.
Liesl has such a lot to tell us. Let's not hurry about telling them anything. Maybe, as long as everyone keeps calm.
They're back! They're back!
Max,
Georg, we don't expect you back until next week.
Well, Max, it's a good thing you're here. We have many things to talk to you about.
we missed you children so much.
What do you smell?
We missed all the noise we make in the morning.
When you were trying to keep yourselves quiet and not wake us. And climbing up the steps at night to say good evening.
And we missed hearing you sing.
Well, I came back just in time to hear us sing. My father, we're going to be at the Capsburg Festival Friday night.
Let me see this. Max, I'm sure you have something to do with this.
Georg, I've just been waiting to talk to you about it. Now, I know what this may look like, but I assure you...
There's mine! Mine!
Georg, I had to make a last-minute decision. There'll be the talk of the festival. A singing group of 7 children in one family.
Not my family.
Oh, but the committee heard them and they were enchanted.
Really, Max, what did they say?
You've never heard such praise.
Georg, did you hear?
The Von Trapp family does not sing.
But if they make people happy.
And for the festival, people come from all over the world.
The answer is no.
Georg, it's for Austria.
There is no Austria.
Maria, you must at least pretend to work with these people. I admire the way he feels, but you must talk to him, he must compromise.
No, Max, no.
Maria, you must.
Max, I can't ask Georg to be less than what he is.
Then I will talk to him. If these children do not sing at the festival, then it will be a reflection upon Austria. And it wouldn't do me any good.
Maria, I've always known you love us children. Now I know you love Father as well.
I do, Liesl. I love him very much.
How do you know?
Because I don't think of myself first anymore. I think first of him now. When you were 16, going on 17, waiting for life to start. Someone's kind who touches your mind will suddenly touch your heart. When that happens, after it happens,
I am under strict orders to make sure that the captain gets it.
Well, I think you can trust me to give it to him.
I have my orders.
Silly, they're married.
Ah, Ursula.
Hiya.
Higher! This is to be delivered directly to the hands of Captain Von Trapp.
Rolls.
Even Ursula.
Yes, even Ursula. Even me. Even everyone in Onbury except for the great Captain Von Trapp. If he knows what's good for him, he'll come over to the right side.
Rolls. Don't talk.
And if he doesn't, he'd better get out of Austria. There are things happening today to a man like that. Cry if you want, but just remember what I told you here today. And you remember too.
Don't cry, Lisa.
How could you treat her father that way?
Well, maybe he wasn't threatening your father, maybe he was warning him.
Lisa.
What is it, Georg?
I didn't think I'd have to face a decision so soon. Berlin has offered me a commission.
Well,
And maybe-
Georg?
I don't know what to do. I can't make any decision without my family by my side. Please help me, Maria.
Whatever your decision will also be mine.
Then I know I can't do it.
Of course not.
Can we do? We'll have to leave.
You'll have to leave tonight, now.
Not without the family. They'll be close by. They'll be looking for us.
They'll be watching.
They're giving us less time than I thought.
Admiral von Schreiber of the Navy of the Third Reich is here to see you, sir.
Get the children.
We'll have to make time.
Maria, what's happening? Stormtroopers, that's what I was
Max,
afraid of.
stay with Georg. I have to find the children. Lisa will find the children quickly.
This way, Admiral. Admiral von Schreiber. This is Herr Detweiler, and I'm sure you know Herr Zeller. Would you gentlemen care to have a seat?
No, we're here on business. Captain Von Trapp, a telegram was sent to you 3 days ago.
I've only just received it. I've only had it for a half hour.
He's just returned from his honeymoon, sir.
Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
Your record in the war is very well remembered by us, Captain.
Pleasure to hear that.
Let us get to the point, if you don't mind. In our Navy, you are held in very high regard. That explains why I'm here. You see, having had no response to the telegram, the High Command sent me in person.
But I haven't had time to
I
consider
am here
it.
to offer you your commission.
There's just not enough time.
And your orders are to report immediately to the naval base at Bremerhaven.
Immediately? I'm afraid that would be impossible for you, Georg.
Ah, yes. Admiral von Trapp. May I introduce the Baroness von Trapp?
What I mean to say, sir, is that we're all singing in the Carlsberg Festival Friday night. See here in the program.
It has been arranged by the Ministry of Education and Culture.
Friday. Why, it's Wednesday already. That's only a matter of 2 days.
Yes, we can do the math.
It might be possible. You can report to Bremerhaven by Monday.
Admiral, we can't.
Is there a telephone I can use?
Yes, this way, Admiral. If there's any question, perhaps adding the bit of my voice could ease the tension.
It gives here only the names of the children.
Yes, well, I am the head of the Von Trapp family, and it says the Von Trapp family singers.
It's hard to believe, Captain Von Trapp. You singing in the concert.
Believe what you choose.
It doesn't say here what you're going to sing.
Well, you are welcome to join us at the concert.
I'd like to hear you sing now. Sing what you're going to sing in the concert, but sing now. Sing!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Lisa, would you give us a do? Do. A deer, a female deer, break the drum of golden sun.
Thank you. Just a moment. I have announcements that concerns you. Ladies and gentlemen, the festival concert has reached its conclusion. Except, of course, we don't know what that conclusion is going to be. While we wait for the judges to put their heads together to reach their final decision, I believe that there should be an encore. It may be the last opportunity the Von Trapp family has to sing together for a long, long time. I have just been informed that Captain Von Trapp will, immediately following the concert, assume his new role in the Naval Forces of the Third Reich. A guard of honor has arrived to escort him directly from this concert hall to the naval base in Bremerhaven. And so once again, to bid you farewell, the family Von Trapp. the first soloist of St. Agnes' Church in Murbach. And the first prize, the highest musical honor in the arts mark, goes to the Von Trapp family singers. The family Von Trapp.
Where are they? The Von Trapp?
They're gone!
Gone?
Von Trapp!
Where are they gone? Where are they?
Say something!
I'm gonna take the first one out. Boy, fuck the dynamite! Stay with them! Call in the headquarters!
How many of them are there?
Counted 8 stormtroopers and 1 lieutenant.
Sister Margaret, we didn't know we would put the Abbey in this danger.
It's outrageous. The church used to be a place of sanctuary.
Not with these people. This is the 3rd time they've searched the Abbey.
Isn't this God's house?
Yes, darling.
You must be very quiet. We'll let you know when we've gone.
Yes, darling. We have a long drive ahead of us.
Please, let's all stay close together.
Lieutenant! No one out here, sir.
All right, come along.
Oh, thank God.
They've gone.
Mother Alice, we're sorry we brought this on you.
Oh, Mother Alice, we can never thank you enough.
The car that you have will do you no good. They posted a guard by the road.
I've just heard on the wireless. They've closed the borders. You won't be able to get out.
These have always been our friends.
Georg, I know those mountains as well as I know this garden, and so do you. And once we're over those mountains, we're in Switzerland. No,
What about the children?
we can help them.
You'll have help, for you shall go out with joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills shall go forth before you with singing.
Every day, how your love
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out. I am the president of the Carbon Schuylkill Community Theater, and one of my final responsibilities is to lead us in some announcements and special thank yous this evening. We're going to try not to be lengthy, but this is the end of a 5-year regime with the Carbon Schuylkill Community Theater. So, it's been a long run. I think we totaled 32 shows, including tonight, which are, when I say shows, I don't mean nights of shows, I mean individual productions. So in 5 years, that's a pretty busy 5 years for us. So I'm going to stick to the script here so it helps us to move along. Let's see. Special thank yous. It's like, first of all, to thank the Tamaqua Arts Center, including Leona Riga, which I believe is back here tonight, Zane Bacher, and Kyle Whitley for all their support and all their efforts. Thank you. This is a wonderful honor to get to say this thank you. First to our band member, Audrey Christ, who has played in shows and been on stage with us for the last few years. So thank you, Audrey. Next from our pit band tonight, we have Mike Muffley on bass, who told me this is one of my least favorite shows, Jonathan. I said, do you want to play? And here he is. So thank you, Mike. And our final pit member, Stephen Moyer on keyboard, who I met a few years ago, and when I was desperately scrambling, I happened to come across the fact that he just played a recital not long ago, and I said, who better to ask? So thank you, Stephen.
Hi, I'm Katie Evans. I was Maria. We would also like to thank our Carbon Schuylkill Community Theater Board of Directors. First, the executive members, Jim Sims, who I don't believe is here tonight, but and also Jake Tokash. So thank you. We would also like to thank our secretary, Kevin Killian, and our treasurer, Marissa Miller. And we would also like to thank our president, Jonathan Rogers. Special thanks to, I don't know how the show would have gone on without her, but Mary Reynolds, who of Cinderella's raiment for costumes. She costumed the children, I think almost all of them, if not all of the costumes for the children, so big applause to her. We would like to thank Erin Evans for volunteering for lighting in the lighting booth, as well as Luke Sorochak for spotlight tonight. Thank St. John's Lutheran Church in Tamaqua for the music books and also for the crosses for our nuns.
Lastly, we would like to thank our cast and crew for their utmost dedication to this show and to friends and family for coming and supporting us on all 3 nights. So thank you very much. Oh, you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Ladies first.
Oh, I'm prepared.
As John said, it has been a 5-year run for Carbon Schuylkill. Prior to that, I believe it was handed over from Janet, who had it before us. John came in as president, and from then on, put his all into these productions and to this theater company. Kate and I have actually been in this for about 3
years.
3 years, both of us. And John has been like a mentor to us and a father figure in a way since we. Oh!
Father figures do not make you dress up like Mimi from Rent.
Since we first started performing with Carbon Schuylkill Community Theater, John acts as a mentor to every person who comes in to work with this theater for the dedication and hard work he matches tenfold. He assumes many roles beyond this of the mentor. He is a director of stage, of music, an actor, a choreographer. Stephen and I, my co-director here for this show, came in as co-directors for the show, hoping to alleviate some of the pressure of this show. As you can see, this is a large production, everything that went into it, And the fact that 2 directors were needed to pull this off, I think, shows how much pressure can be put on one person. And regardless of the difficulties we've had putting this production together, I hope that tonight on this stage we have made you proud and gave a fond farewell to Carpet-Schuylkill Community Theater. We have to thank him for his dedication to Carpet-Schuylkill Community Theater and everyone involved. So thank you very much.
This production's cast and crew and band, we would like to present you with this gift. Oh no, I want you to say goodbye to everyone.
They want to go. It's been about 3 hours.
Great support band. So we're going to take it over to the band, and you guys have a great night. Thanks for your support, and come back to the Tamaqua Arts Center to see many of these faces that will now be merging and performing here with the Tamaqua Area Community Theater. Thank you.
Thank you.